What is up guys, Jake here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a background tutorial series yet again. I think this is the third one on this channel, but like I said in my second series, I do change my style up every couple of months. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this tutorial, and this one's been like really highly requested as my following has grown, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to get straight into it, and the first thing you're going to do is pick a color. So I'm just going to make a new layer. You don't really have to, but I'm going to do I'm just going to do a pinkish reddish, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to go a bit dark and just hit Alt Backspace, and there you go, just fills the screen. Now with this series, I'm going to try and go as in depth as I can. I don't care if it takes 20 episodes, I'm going to show you guys every single thing that I know or every single thing that I use in making a background. So with the color here, it's usually a bit too light, but I can use the darker layer under that and change the blend mode to soft light, and it makes it a darker color, a darker version of that color, I guess. So what I usually do here is just merge all these layers down, and I'll give you this template here, and it'll have the fade or the vignette that I use. So I'm just going to save this as tutorial file. So I'll have the template for you, and yeah, so after you've got the background color, what I usually do is start off on a pattern that I want to do. So you can refer to the tutorial before this, which showed you how to make a pattern, but what I'm going to do is go to the brightness to about 75, and I'm just going to zoom in here and make a quick pattern as I did yesterday. So something like that should do. Wait, hate when that happens, so I have to do that again. Alright, so then you hit Alt Backspace, making sure that the grey is on your foreground color, and then just start doing this. So what I like to get a nice metal effect, as it just always helps for some reason. So sorry if I keep like doing that to my voice. What I'm going to do is hit Control J to duplicate the triangle, then hit Control I to invert the color, and it makes it a darker version of that color. Hold down Shift and Alt, go up to the top left and drag down like so. Now what I like to do now is go up to where it says H and W, which is height and width, and it's easier if you make them the exact same number. So I go 82 and 82, and then apply transformation. And now you just move this wherever you want, pretty much. So I'll put it just about there. And now you come over to your burn and dodge tool, and the burn is going to be on the inside there, so it looks like it's kind of an interface indented style of work, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to try and talk as much as I can just to keep you guys interested. So what I've done there was, with the dark color, I just used the burn tool like that. Make sure they're on two different layers as well, or this won't work. So with the grey layer under that, I'm just going to do this, which is with the burn tool. I'll just kind of do this around it. And what I'm doing is just clicking and dragging. And now I'm going to come over to the dodge tool, which makes it lighter, and I'm just going to go on the inside a bit. And you can change the size. I'll put this to about 150 or 100, and it's a bit smaller, so it gets a lighter glow like so. So it looks a bit more realistic, I suppose. Alright, so that's about done. Now what I do after this is just merge these two layers together. So click on the top layer and right click, merge down. Now you duplicate the layer by hitting Control J, go over to Edit, Transform, 180, and now you just kind of do this for a while. You just keep merging these layers together, and personal preference is pretty much the key for this. And yeah, hopefully this doesn't take too much longer. Alright, there we go. So we've got our pattern here, and if you have Show Transform tools on and your rulers selected, you can center this. So how you get your rulers up is hit Control R, and then just drag from the side across. Now I'm just going to put this in the middle here. Now what I usually do is press Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, and then hide the layer under it, just so you always have that main thing there. So if you mess up mucking around with any of these, then you can just go back to that and try something different. So what I usually do is duplicate that twice actually, and then go to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur, and as you can see, blurs it like that. Put the angle to about 45 and the distance to about 250. And on your blending options, change it to overlay. So as you can see, it does a little something like that. Now, I don't even know what that means. How you click on the eye and then it just shows and unshows it, I guess. So change that to soft light, and as you can see, it does a little bit of something there, but I might actually try color dodge, which looks a lot better there. And I might try color dodge with that. No, I don't like that. Alright, so I'm going to change that one to soft light, the top one to soft light, and the one under that to color dodge. So that actually looks really, really clean, which is always a good effect. Your backing is one of the main focal points of a background, so you're going to have to learn how to manage these type of things if you want to get better, I suppose. So I'm going to make a new layer and just do one more type of thing across the top here. And I'm going to get the brush tool, and this is the main thing that I've been using for the past couple of months. I first got it off Strats, which was about a year ago, because I was a huge fan of Strats, still am. And I've kind of just changed things up a bit for my own personal preference, I guess. And I'm pretty sure a few of you guys wanted to learn how to do this, so just focus and listen, I guess. So first the brush size is 200, change the hardness to 0, and now this is where things kind of take off. Go to shape dynamics, put the size jitter all the way up to 100, put the minimum diameter down to 0, scattering to 1000, count to 1, and count jitter to 0. Now what I usually do here is come over to where it says brush tip shape and change the spacing to about 125. And if you want to get a bit messy, you can with the angle jitter like that, and roundness jitter, like does those stupid things, but I don't really like using them too much. And now once you've got all that sorted out, you just kind of drag it across the screen like so. So you just do that until you're comfortable with it. Depends how much you want to go over the top with it. Usually I'd just do a few of these, and then whenever I'm happy with it, which is about now, I'll just change the blend mode to overlay. And if it does, so it doesn't really do much, but it's enough. I'm going to change the brush size down to about 100, just so I can do a bit more. And you can always change the spacing, which I'll show you in a second. Alright, so kind of looks like snow, so I guess you could use this for Christmas backgrounds if you wanted. So I'll change that to overlay, and then if you change the spacing up here, so I'll put that to about 50. They're just really close together, and I don't know if that showed much difference. If you put it to like 25, there's a lot, like, yeah, see, there's so many things there. Alright, so let's just try that at color dodge. And if it's really too bright like that, you put the opacity just down a bit. So I'm just gonna look through here. Just gonna delete that one. So yeah, that's looking fairly decent. One more thing, I'm just gonna make a new layer and just put. Pretty much, if you do art or if you're interested in art, graphic stuff on YouTube will be really easy for you because you'll enjoy it and you'll pick up things really easily, and you'll just be able to come up with things on the spot. So I'm just gonna do anything here. I'm just gonna make a rectangle across like that and just fill it, which was Alt and Backspace. And I'm going to take the fill here and move it down to 0. Now I'm going to double click on that layer and put it on a gradient overlay. Change the blend mode to overlay, and then select an outer glow. Go to normal, opacity 100, just make sure it's white. Range to 100, and then change the size to about 50, 57, and then change that blend mode to overlay. And I don't like that. So I'm going to change that to color dodge, if I can find it. And then go to inner glow and then make that a black. So pretty much the same steps, fairly different. And then you're going to go to color overlay and just make this a black, and then tone it down a bit, just so you can see it's a little bit indented like so. Doesn't really make too much difference, but it's something. I'm just going to duplicate that and do that. So as you can see, we've pretty much just started the background. There's actually really not that much more to do, except the links and just adding color corrections and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that could be the end of part 1. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you want part 2, it'll be tomorrow, and I would appreciate anything over 100 likes. I'm getting like 50-60 likes on the reg now, which is amazing. So yeah, thanks for being active. 100 likes plus, I reckon 250 likes, and I'll give the PSD away for every tutorial. So yeah, 250 likes, I know that's a stretch, but tutorials get a lot more views and ratings and stuff. So yeah, this is part 1. Thanks for watching. Yeah, see you in part 2.